Hi there, my name is Art, and I guess you're looking for the 10 best businesses of 2017. Well, I'm going to tell you about the best one of 2017. It's home-based, and it costs no money to start. And it's been around for 100 years, and people have been getting rich in this business. This business is targeted direct mail advertising, like the Valpak, like the Clipper magazine, like the Red Plum, like the Money Mailer, like all the stuff that you might call junk mail coming into your mailbox, full with advertising from local businesses. These guys are called publishers, and these guys are making a fortune. Most of these publishers bought franchises like the Valpak, the Coffee News, the Money Mailer, the Home Mag. These franchises normally cost $100,000. But you can learn to do this business yourself without having to buy a franchise. All the information is on my website, funnewsfranchise.com. There's a link in the description. You'll never find a better business than this, because selling to businesses is the best possible thing you could sell to. These guys never run out of money, and they're greedy. They always want more business, and you're selling them advertising. Advertising that will bring them more business, and you'll be able to sell every customer that you visit. This is my product, the Hometown Informer. And the Hometown Informer is better than all those media franchises I just mentioned. And I only mentioned a few. There's probably 100 in the country. With the Hometown Informer, you're able to sell the business a full color ad delivered in the mailbox of all the households surrounding his business. In other words, your sale presentation is, I'm going to be mailing my newspaper to everyone in your zip code. I'm going to have full color ads delivered in the mailbox for a penny a house. Do you have any interest? They're all going to have interest. They all want to reach the households that are surrounding their business location. They all want to do it for a penny a house. It's unheard of. A business card costs 3 cents, and they are not distributed. But you can provide the business owner with advertising which is targeted at his best prospects. All the households that are surrounding his business, these are the people that he wants to reach. And you can sell every customer you visit. And you can take the business from all the franchised medias. The Valpaks, the Money Mailers, the Clipper magazines, the Home Mags. You'll take the business from the big newspapers, from the radio commercials, from the television commercials. I took business from everyone. And even while you're taking the business from all the other competitors, you're getting rich. Because when you don't have to buy the franchise, and you don't have to pay royalties, you make a fortune. Just to give you a little idea, with a 12-page newspaper, which is the smallest that you could do, most people are doing 24 and 32-page papers. But even if you start out with the smallest paper, a 12-page paper, you're going to take in $10,000 in advertising, And that's when you're selling ads for a penny a house, delivered in the mailbox. That ad is an eighth of a page. So you take in $800 a page. That's with 12 pages, it's $9,600. You get a little bit more for the front and the back pages, so we'll round it out to $10,000. And it cost only $3,000 to mail and print 10,000 color newspapers, 12 pages, and deliver them to all the households. So you make $7,000 on a 12-page paper. And when you do a 24-page paper, instead of taking in $10,000, you take in $24,000. Sorry, $20,000. The only thing is, your cost doesn't go from $3,000 to $6,000. It goes from $3,000 to $4,500 because the postage remains the same. I teach you to use the bulk mailing system so the postage stays the same, whether it's 12 pages, 24 pages, or 36 pages. And the printing prices go down. The more you print, the cheaper it gets. So if you do a 24-page paper, instead of making $7,000 on the paper, you'll take in $20,000. It'll cost you $4,500. You'll make $15,500, $16,500 on a 24-page paper. And everyone signs on. My business model, the Hometown Former, is much superior to the coupon magazines and the coupon envelopes because it's got advertorials in the paper. And the advertorials, they're like ads, but it's stories about the business. And it's interesting, and it talks about the owners and why they got into the business and why they're better than their competitors. And they pay you for the advertorials. Besides the fact that the paper has advertorials, which are more effective than regular ads, the people keep the paper in the house for an extended period of time because now they're reading the advertorials. They're interesting, not like the coupon magazines and the coupon envelopes that as soon as they get to the house, they find their way in the trash. This product, Hometown Informer, is better than anything else on the market. And I provide students. You don't have to become a student, but that's how I make money. Some people want me to help them, and so I charge them for my time, and I provide them with my expertise, experience, and I help them succeed quickly. It doesn't mean you need me to succeed. Plenty succeed without me, but sometimes they want me to help. And I like that because that's how I make a buck. But anyhow, you can get rich in this business. And I've been teaching people this business for over 10 years. And I've been extremely successful in this business myself, which is why I took it to the next level, and that was 10 years ago, of teaching people the business. And I'm the only one in the country, as well as Canada and England, that actually teaches people how to produce a newspaper successfully and profitably without having to buy a franchise. And if you become a student, I work with you one-on-one with Skype, and I teach you the whole business. And in this business, I can guarantee your success. And I'm not just saying that. There's a video on the website, funnewsfranchise.com. It's under the categories, and it says start free. Get some soft commitments now. Before you get involved with this business, before you invest time and labor, Visit the website, watch the Start for Free video, learn the benefits of advertising in the paper. Then go around to the local businesses in your area and tell them what you're planning. Basically, you'll go in and you'll tell them, I'm looking at a newspaper franchise and I'm going to be mailing my paper to everyone in your zip code. And I'm going to have full color ads delivered in the mailbox, and it's going to be a penny a house. Do you think you have interest? And they're going to have interest because you're mailing your paper to their best prospects, all the customers surrounding their business, and the price of a penny a house is just a fraction of what a business card cost. So how could they not have interest? I mean, there's a possibility, I don't know who you are, but you could walk into the business and talk to the business owner, and he might run out the back door. You might not be capable or suitable for dealing with successful business owners, which is why I say again, I can guarantee your success because you start for free and you see what happens when you visit these businesses and explain what you're going to be doing. If you get a positive response, if a bunch of them tell you, yeah, Tony, that sounds great, come back when you get started, boom, then you know you're going to succeed in this business because all you need is to sell advertising. And if the customers are interested, obviously they're going to be buying. The rest of the stuff, most of it is on the website, the mechanics. Whatever you don't need, I'll be glad to help you with. Like I say, that's what I do. That's how I make a buck. Anyhow, this is a real business. It's not pie in the sky. And I'm basically just a teacher. The phone rings in my home. I'm talking to you now in my home from my bedroom. The computer's in my bedroom, and I do all the work right in my bedroom. And if you get into this business, it'll be the smartest thing you ever did because there's so much garbage out there and there's so many scams out there. And this is one that you don't have to invest money. You start for free. If your customers tell you, that doesn't sound good, well then, listen, you better stop looking for a business. Because if you can't get their interest in taking an ad in a newspaper that's being mailed to all the houses in their zip code for a penny a house, then you're not going to be able to sell anything. So this is what's called an automatic sale. So go line up the customers and start making notes of which guys have told you to come back. And this way, when you go forward, you're going to have a quick, easy, effortless time of succeeding. You'll be able to collect deposits from customers in just days. You'll be able to get your first paper out in just a few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and you'll be making money. And there's no rule onto how much you could make because it's not a franchise. You could open up a second paper, you could expand to another community, you could be doing a auto trader paper, you could be doing a homes and land real estate paper. It's advisable you start with the Hometown Informer because that's the easiest one to start with, and it's almost like a guaranteed success. And also, the sample papers that I provide to students are designed to sell advertising. There's sales pitches throughout the paper. So all you do is, as you're turning the pages for the business, you don't even have to memorize any sales pitch. The sales pitches are all there in the newspaper, so you're just reading them to the business as you're turning the pages. Nothing could be easier. Anyhow, this is a real business, and if you're curious about it, do some research. Google Valpak, Clipper Magazine, The Home Mag, The Red Plum, Natural Awakenings, Coffee News, the Coastal Angler. There's dozens of media franchises available in the USA, and there's well over 25,000 independent publishers with an average income of over $200,000. And there's no reason you can't join them. I've helped hundreds of students over the last decade to start their own successful publishing business. Visit funnewsfranchise.com. Absorb all the information you can off the website. It's a videos. Watch the video playlist. It's easy. Everything is easy here. And then go visit some businesses and start lining them up. And then either go into the business or go into the business with my help. Either way, there is no other business that will offer you the kind of success that this one can offer you. And there's no other business that you can succeed at while working part-time. I've had students that have opened papers, and while they've had regular jobs, because there's no time element here. When you're going around to these businesses and you're telling them what you're going to do, and they say, that sounds great, Tony, come back, I want to do it when you get started. So you take your time. If you got a full-time job, you could take 2, 3, 4 months. And now after 4 months, because you're only working an hour a day during lunch, so after 4 months, you go back and you tell the guy, I'm ready to go to print now. The worst case scenario is, where were you? I wanted to do this months ago. And you say, well, I got a full-time job, so I was starting, slowly. But now that the first paper is going to come out, I'm going to stop by every month, and it's going to come out every month. And that's how you operate. They don't complain as long as you don't take their money until you're ready to go to print. So you can start this business even while you have a full-time job. And there's a video pertaining to that on the website, funnewsfranchise.com. I'll be hoping to hear from you, and any questions you have, I'll have the answers, because not only have I done many papers and succeeded many times, I've helped hundreds also succeed. And this again is called targeted direct mail advertising. My name is Art. Bye-bye. If you call me up or email me, I'll tell you how many homes and businesses are in your zip code. And I'll tell you if it's a good zip code for this business model. And if it's not, I'll look at the zip code next to yours. But either way, I'll give you the inside information on exactly what's going on in your zip code. And what could be better than walking out your door and your customers are right there, and you'll be able to sell the people you've been buying stuff from all these years. Let them reciprocate finally. Anyhow, don't be a stranger. My name is Art. The phone rings in my house, and it's funnewsfranchise.com. Bye-bye for now.